Welcome back to another great episode of Scoreboard Addicts podcast. I'm Nick. With me, as always, is TJ, who's hammered, and Rook is running a little late because he's out protesting the start of Major League Baseball.
Very upset about it.
Yeah. That being said, let's jump. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do it to the guy. I was going to jump straight into baseball and be like, fuck this guy. He's not here. But let's talk a little football. You know, here's my biggest thing. Did you happen to catch the news this week? First thing, Jadeveon Clowney signs with the Carolina Panthers, pulls down 2-year, $25 million, I believe it was. I think it's 20 guaranteed and $5 million with incentives. And is there anybody other than maybe Odell Beckham Jr. that has cashed in off of one thing that they've done in their life more than Jadeveon Clowney?
David Tyree when he wrote the book The Catch.
But that didn't net him money after the fact.
I'm just saying he tried to cash in on one thing after getting cut the year after he essentially won him a Super Bowl.
He tried. I mean, he didn't succeed, but like OBJ, like he had a really great first 3 years in the NFL. And then ever since then, it's been nothing. And people think they're getting that cat, the guy that made that catch, that amazing one-handed grab. They think they're getting that guy. So people like OBJ is a free agent right now. And people are like, oh, he's a top free agent and he should be getting, he's a number 2 and number 1. I go, he's a number 3, maybe. In years, he has not been a number 1 since the years with the Giants when he was that guy making that catch. Once Josh Norman got in his head and he kicked the freaking field goal post and it cracked him in the face, he might have like some sort of CTE from that incident because he's not the same player. He's injury prone. He's not as dynamic as he once was, and he's not. And Jadeveon Clowney, this guy came into the NFL with so much hype off of one hit that he had while playing for South Carolina against Michigan, when Michigan was not playing at the level that they're at now or what they had been previously. And if you ask anybody to see his NFL highlights, they do not exist. In what world does this man get $10 million a season? For what? He is not a top tier player. I'm still waiting for the number 1 overall pick to show up because it was never him.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I hate the people that would make sense of it by saying, oh, well, that's the going rate. It's only the going rate because you allow it to be, right? When they said, oh, Daniel Jones is a I'm just saying, the Daniel Jones thing, oh, that's what a quarterback of that quality and caliber is worth. It's like, no, it's not. Like, yeah, a B+ to A quarterback, A- quarterback, sure. But that's not what he was. He's never been that.
He's a C student at best.
Right. So, and at this point now, the NFL just throws money around to, I don't know. It's almost as if it's to spike the analysts to make sure they don't get it like, oh, they let this guy walk, they let this guy go, they missed out on this contract. How do you know what I mean? Like, it's more that what is that? Fear of missing out, right? FOMO.
Yeah. FOMO.
But dude, listen, like we always say, right? It's not my money, so who gives a shit?
No, it's not my money. You're right, but at the same time, listen, the Panthers needed an edge rusher after having traded Brian Burns to the Eagles, and they got one. I don't think they got the top tier. Like he's a name in the NFL for some reason. I don't know why he's a name in the NFL because he honestly he's a complimentary player at this point. Jonathan Franklin Myers is more important and dynamic than Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney, again, still cashing in off of a highlight reel from college. And it's been like 8 years or something like that. He's been in the league a long time at this point. And I am still waiting for the number 1 overall pick to show up because I have yet to see it. And people will sit there and be like, what are you talking about? He consistently gets 9 sacks a season. Bro, the way you guys talked about him when he was coming into the NFL, he should be getting 15 sacks a season.
Dude, but you know what? The NFL is like that, though, right? I mean, you can't go 1 week during the season without hearing somebody sit there and say Justin Fields is like the greatest thing since the quarterback was invented.
Everybody's generational.
But that's what I mean. And I sit there and I'm like, okay, please show me, right? Give me examples as to why you feel this way. Like, show me what makes him a great quarterback. No, you don't understand. Oh, okay.
You'll see like one play and you'll be like, you realize that right there is a freaking full-on blown coverage, right? Like, that's not him being better than the other team. That's the other team being stupid. And I'm not saying that great quarterbacks and great players don't take advantage of those mistakes. They absolutely do. But great players also create mistakes with their play, not just by happenstance. You call the wrong blitz and like, you know what a great quarterback does? He throws into the blitz where the defense knows they're surrendering that player, but he stands in the pocket. He throws over that guy anyway, and he does it. But you're right. Everybody in the NFL is generational. They overhype their players, and Jadeveon Clowney is just another example of a player who's been overhyped his entire career. Welcome to the show, Rook.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Rook was
thinking about overhyped.
Rook was out protesting Major League Baseball, so that's why he's a little late.
He's sick of them using a white baseball.
Trying to ban the red stripes.
The other new the other new news worthy event was I don't remember the woman's name, something Wolf or Conliff or something like that. I can't recall at present time. But news came out that Robert Saleh from Colleen Wolf, Robert Saleh, and Woody Johnson got into a shouting match at the meetings recently had.
Nice.
And of course, reporters threw that all over the place. It was at the annual meetings with the GMs and owners and coaches. And apparently they got into a shouting match, according to this woman, Colleen Wolf. And then, like, all of Jets beat reporters, I guess if they were the ones to have put it out there, they'd have been like, yeah, it happened. But because somebody outside of the Jets beat broke this news, they immediately stood up and said, that didn't happen. And then now you're hearing everybody stand up and go, I was at the winter meetings. What you're saying did not happen. So now, along with Diana Rossini and Zach Rosenblatt, now we've got Colleen Wolf, who is sharing just flat out lies about the Jets, because even Woody Johnson came out and said what this woman is describing never took place. So like now, like we've always said it, the media just makes things up about the Jets. It's a regular thing. As Jets fans, it's infuriating, right? Right? We had the most dysfunctional locker room in the NFL last year. Yet we just somehow signed a few guys, and they said that the reason that they signed was because of the head coach, because of the culture. But we have the worst culture in the NFL, according to Diana Rossini and Zach Rosenblatt.
Dude, I would love if a video surfaced and she used that as proof of the shouting match that occurred, and it's some dude that's bald just yelling at some homeless dude like on the side of the FDR. It's like, you see, guys?
I would love for her to show the video and there's no audio and they're really animated screaming at each other. And then somebody goes, I have the audio of that conversation, and they play it, and it's like, it's fucking Taylor Ham. No, it's not. It's fucking pork roll.
Yeah, seriously.
And that's the heated argument that they're in. There's a such thing as Middle New Jersey.
Isn't there?
No, it's North and South.
Yeah, New Jersey, the whole
Central.
thing where they don't consider Central New Jersey.
There's no Central. No such thing. It's
but there really is.
Central.
There's Central.
It really is. There's Central New Jersey High School.
That's just what they call it. That's not a thing.
But
There's also
a fucking high school. Like,
there's also a West New York, New Jersey. That's not New York either, just so you know.
Yeah, but they're trying so hard. Yeah, dude, there's like a Paris, Louisiana or whatever.
Paris, Texas.
You know, like, come on.
Deep in the heart of Texas. But yeah, so she released a statement, by the way. She released a statement from Colin.
Dude,
I
You okay?
don't know what happened to him.
I don't know. It was weird.
What?
I don't know. You went. I don't know.
You did. And you froze.
I think I'm delayed. My service sucks. So, dude, I started talking and I heard you. I think I might be a second delayed. That's why I stopped.
Yeah, you're about to talk. We all stopped, and then you were like, I don't know, and then you stopped. We waited for you, and then your screen froze.
So, Colleen Wolfe.
It's New York City. We need the extra umper on the team, right? We need the fucking nastiness. We need the hype, and anybody that sits there and says, no news is bad news or whatever, like all news is good media. No, it's not. Like, especially around the Jets and dude, they tried to vilify these nice ladies that were pulling out their boobies for the fans, right? And they vilified them in the newspaper. Oh, these toxic Jet fans, these women are flashing fans. Why would you ruin that? That was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Where the fuck was that? Oh, I was in the Middle East. Son of a bitch.
Baseball?
Dude, it happens all the time. Like it's a constant. That's just what happens when you go to outdoor sporting events, right? Or concerts or anything live where they sell alcohol. Somebody's gonna pull out their yam bags, right? Somebody's gonna pull out the old milkers and they're gonna go for it. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing. I'm trying not to say the usual.
The T word.
Your best 5.
There you go. But yeah, you remember that? They were like shitting on Jet fan women, like, oh, this is like classless and shit. It's like, yo, like you're not gonna fuck with Buffalo, who people throw themselves through flaming tables. Like I've seen people throw their wives through flaming tables in Buffalo in minus 10 degrees.
People do shots out of ugly fat girls' ass cracks in Buffalo, and it's like fireball. It's not even like a good shot.
Didn't someone die recently from a Buffalo tailgate because it was like below freezing and I
think it was Kansas City.
Oh, that was Kansas City. That's what it was.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't him doing anything stupid. He just got
close to death. So Colleen Wolfe tweeted regarding her comments that she made that were completely false and not remotely true, that the owner of the Jets actually had to come out and say, like, what the fuck are you talking about, woman? And she said, regarding my comments surrounding the Jets at Around the NFL podcast, no, I was not at the annual meetings. Yeah, and yes, I was told of the exchange between head coach Robert Saleh and Woody Johnson by someone in attendance. Others on site Sunday night have since reached out and described the interaction differently. My intent was not to break news. I leave that to the insiders. My sincerest apologies to the Jets organization for the unnecessary distraction. Did I just get kicked out?
No,
just
that
was weird.
You could make it to like when Nick's talking, instead of us just staring aimlessly, you just zoom in on Nick so you don't have to look at our faces.
My sincerest apologies to the Jets organization for the unnecessary distraction during such a crucial part of their offseason. And all I could think was, she said, my intent wasn't to break news. Well, what the fuck was your intent?
Isn't that the intention? If you're gonna
her intent was to get
break news?
Clicks.
Yeah,
her intention was clicks, dude. It's clickbait, and she got called out, and that's it.
Yeah, it's really what it was.
There's no consequences. There's zero consequences in New York City. You can literally walk up and just punch some random person in New York City and walk away. Nothing's gonna happen. It's a victimless crime to just make shit up.
She's not a New York person. She's from around the NFL. She's like from the NFL Network.
No, but that's what any reporter does. They can make up a false story, and then 3 days later, like, oh, our sources were wrong, so we retract the statement.
So who was your source? You never fucking had one because you're just making shit up.
Well, that's the best part about being a reporter. You could just say I'm protected my source.
I will tell you right now. I believe about 1/20th of anything any reporter has to say, unless they have video footage of the person they have. Like if it says according to sources, I'm like, you're a fucking liar. Just say you're a liar. Just say you're a liar. Because I have sources that says you sucked a whole bunch of dick. Prove I'm wrong. I got 30 sources that say it all, like insiders, meaning they were insider.
Well, that's what I do when it's like the hot stove and all the Yankee fans are like looking for tweets about who's getting traded. I just tweet out from the Scoreboard Addicts account. Sources tell us that Juan Soto will be traded within like hours, and like it doesn't happen for like a month. Like
that being said,
we had it first.
That being said. Today is the best day of the spring, and I'll tell you why. And TJ will sit there and say that hockey has the best season start, and somebody else will say football. Truthfully, baseball has the best opening day, and I'll tell you why. It means that it's getting warmer outside, and school's about to be over. You're about to go out to your pool. That's what baseball starting signifies, as opposed to like the other sports. When they start, it's pretty much the end of the world. It's going to be fucking cold outside. The Aztecs are right. The calendar was wrong. Fucking, you're going back to school. It's awful. Baseball signifies the start of something beautiful.
And hope springs eternal.
Opening day. What'd you say?
I said hope springs eternal.
Hope springs it. Wow, look at you waxing poetic.
It's what I say every opening day is hope springs eternal. It's spring. You have a lot of hope for your team. You're hoping the World Series. This long marathon of a season ends in a World Series title in late October, early November. And for the Yankee fans, it's been quite some time, but not as long as for other people. But, you know, people like to just mention the Yankees haven't won a World Series since 2009. But, I mean, other teams have been out there a lot longer.
Matt says he plays with balls. Good for you, Matt.
Play balls.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't play balls?
I don't know, man. I feel like I could be wrong. We all know I'm more of a hockey fan than a baseball fan. Baseball is my number 2 sport. But right after Divots and Pivots, what's up? This is perfect timing. Spring to me, I get hyped around golf season, getting outside, playing sports and stuff like that. Because guess what? The baseball days are done for us, boys. It's over unless we manage to pay our way into a men's league and try to pretend like we're not just out there trying to not get hurt. Thought you wanted to know what I was currently doing. Fair enough, Matt. But I look forward to spring for golf. Baseball opening day and then the home opener means a little bit to me. It does. However, there's like a lull of I can miss Yankee games. Like especially now during the final 10 games, 9 games of the Ranger season going into the playoffs. I'm going to miss a week here and a week there of just like be clueless about baseball. And guess what? I have plenty of time to catch up. Like that's why baseball throws it off for me a little bit because it's just there's so many games and there's a boring period of like, all right, baseball gets kicked off. All right, we're in game number 8. Great. There's, you know,
this is me off about baseball, and I don't think it's happening for the Yankees this year, but generally speaking, because of rainouts, there's always like spring. It's like the opening day, and the next day, the fucking day off. And it drives me crazy because that's some hockey shit right there where you just sporadically play games. There is no rhyme or reason. Hockey's schedule is like fucking whose line is it anyway? Like the points don't matter. Like they don't fucking like no they will travel across the country back and forth and play 3 games. Like they'll play the fucking Ducks in Manhattan on fucking Monday, and then they'll fly across the country and play the Ducks in Anaheim on Wednesday. I'm like, why didn't you just play back-to-back fucking games in New York, assholes? What are we doing here? Their schedule is that's why I'm just like, if I miss a hockey game, that's not my fault. That's the NHL's fault.
But not to mention the fact that, and we see with the Rangers every season, they'll have 4 days off and then play 5 games in 6 nights, and it's like, you couldn't have figured that out a little easier, like break it up a little better.
I hate that when like the Rangers are off for a week. The next thing you know, like they're playing every other day for the entire week after like being off for a week. It's like, why does that happen? I
would just like to point out that Divots and Pivots, they're friends of ours. They're not good friends, and it's for this tweet right here. Fuck the Red Sox.
They're not good.
Like, honestly, though, but
Sox.
It's a fair tweet because we all know the pain of your team playing on the West Coast. Where nobody gives a fuck on the West Coast, and everybody on the East Coast is just trying to make the first pitch and maybe see an inning or 2 and then fall asleep.
No, that's because it's opening day, and like you're excited for the season to start, and it doesn't start till 10 p.m. I was it would start at 4 for us because we're in Houston. I can't imagine if it was 10 p.m. tonight, I'd be fucking livid.
I kind of dug the 4 o'clock start today. I was a little upset because it seemed like no game started at 1 o'clock, and I was at the bar at 1. Ready to go.
4 day. But the thing is, I guess I work now, so I actually like that it's 4. But like typically, game at 1 o'clock. But I don't know.
See, the thing with the 1 o'clock games is it's cool because usually I'm at work. Mm-hmm. I see maybe the first 2 innings, and then that break in between of me driving home and doing my shit, walking the dog. you know, maybe grabbing something to eat on the way home, something like that. And then it's like, oh, fuck, that's right. I was watching the Yankee game and it's like the 8th inning. You know what I mean? Like the fact that it was 4 o'clock, I got home, did what I had to do, showered, walked the dog, and sat my ass down on the couch, got myself a beer, and was able to actually watch a full 9 innings.
By the way, don't lie. All right, with the pitch clock and all that shit. By the time you're done doing everything you got to do, the game's over. That's just the way it is.
I do hate the pitch clock because it used to be able to. By the times when kids were asleep, I'd be able to catch like 4 or 5 innings. Now it's like I only barely can watch 3.
You'll get the 9th inning, and that's it.
Yeah.
The difference of pivot says not watching the Sox game. That's all right. They
suck.
Yankees won today. A nail biter, 5-4.
Comeback. Largest comeback since 1950.
The whole game, TJ's telling us about how Judge is not clutch, and then Judge scores the game-winning run.
Dude,
the whole game, TJ's like, Judge isn't clutch. Fuck this. He pulled it. You know what? He did the Panarin, where like he shat on Panarin so much that Panarin came out this season was like, fuck that guy, TJ. And now
I believe my contention with Panarin is in the postseason, so we will fucking see what happens, guy. All right, let's not jinx anything or anybody. All right, slow your roll. Number 2, Judge is not clutch at all. I don't think there's a single fucking player on the Yankees that is clutch. Rizzo has been clutch, okay, but Rizzo's a ball player, okay, and unfortunately, Judge has gotten into the swing plane of home run or nothing, or deep fly ball or nothing, or ground out when people are running runners in scoring position. Dude, the Yankees are already off to a hot start with fucking being top 3 stranding runners in scoring position again. They've only led that category like every fucking year for the past 6 years. Okay, so dude, it's ridiculous the amount of double plays they hit into. Okay, and I get it. He's a sinker ball pitcher. Blah 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 blah. Who gives a fuck? Okay, they consistently just absolutely strand people left and right, and everybody sits there scratching their heads. So
just so you're tracking, this is 9th inning, running first and second. Mm-hmm. Yankees down by 2 at the stadium. This is last season for the not clutch Aaron Judge, who just clobbers that home run for walking it off at the stadium. The least clutch person in the world. Just saying. I hit walk off home run last season.
So that was last season. You showed me one clip. How many games did he play last year?
He got injured. I'm sorry. I don't have to tell you.
But how many games? He played a lot more than one. He played a lot more than one.
People get hurt. There's not a walk off home run to hit every game, guy. I don't know what to tell you.
You said the guy
just showed you him walk off a home run against a division rival at home.
No problem.
How about down by 2? You kidding me right now?
How about this? How about I'll give you $1. I'll give you $5 for every time Aaron Judge came up clutch, and you give me $1 for every time he fucking left somebody in scoring position, and we'll see who comes way up more money.
Okay, you're gonna have
$5 every time. $5.
You come up and
$20. Okay, what's the number? Bring me to the even point because it's going to be like $150 fucking dollars.
You do realize the greatest baseball player in the world is still only going to bat 300 with runners in scoring position.
Right? I understand that. Literally, the Yankees haven't done diddly squat in the postseason, essentially in Aaron Judge's career. Okay, and the opportunities that had been presented to him, he generally leaves runners in scoring position. I'm not wrong. Statistics prove it. And you're going to show me one clip and sit there and be like, oh, yeah, he's not clutch. How many fucking times is this guy going to have the bases loaded, okay, with 1 out, and he can't fucking pop the ball up?
Wait, can I just say something? Seriously? TJ, from now on, can you not video this live from 2007 in a cave in Iraq? Because it is very difficult to follow what you're saying and then to hear you.
I'm telling you right now, it's the fucking dude. It's the StreamYard. It's the fucking StreamYard because I'm sitting here looking at full bars of Wi-Fi and the fucking StreamYard little 3-bar shit is 0.
You look like you're gonna say "Hail Allah" and down with the USA because how grainy your video is.
Wait, bro, it's the StreamYard.
Then you're gonna show me a video of guys on monkey bars showing how strong they are. Just swinging monkey bars.
I'm telling you, it's the fucking StreamYard.
What are you talking about? The StreamYard 3 little bars?
Do you see next to live, there's those bars? That's your connection to StreamYard. You don't see that?
No.
You don't see, you can see viewers, you can see connection.
I see viewers. I don't have connection, dude.
I have connection.
I think that only exists if you have a shitty connection in the first place.
No, sorry. It's saying my connection's unstable. If you're using Wi-Fi, plug direct line to your router.
There it is. That's why. It's because I'm plugged into the wall.
That's why. Okay. So apparently Wi-Fi and StreamYard doesn't fucking work.
It could just be your internet, dude. I'm just saying.
I have full bars on my Wi-Fi. How could it be my internet? My internet's fine.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I have a fucking mesh in my house, dude.
Anyway,
I have perfect internet. I can have perfect internet on the roof. It's the fucking StreamYard.
106 games played last year, 37 home runs, 75 RBIs, which is pretty good.
37 home runs, only 75 RBIs. What the fuck does that say?
It says that nobody was on fucking base before him because they all batted 200.
No, because when somebody's on base, he doesn't do dick.
Because they all batted 200. Every single one of them. I don't think the Yankees had one 300 hitter last year. If there's nobody on base in front of you, it's hard for you to get RBIs.
The point is, if you have 37 home runs, you should have a lot more RBIs than 75.
Well, tell your fucking teammates to get on base. I don't know what to tell you.
They got on base a few times in front of him, and he shit the bed.
Hold on. Two things. One, he batted second, which is not an RBI position. You could blame that on Aaron Boone. Second of all, nobody's ever on base.
That's
so
fair.
Who was his number one hitter last year? DJ LeMahieu? Oh, yeah, he lit it up last year. He was a fucking stud.
I'm not saying he didn't, but what I am saying is, okay, the hill you're going to die on. You're going to sit there and tell me that Aaron Judge is clutch?
I'm going to sit there and say that he's average, probably. And for you to sit there and try to crap on him like you do Panarin is a little ridiculous.
All I could say is I could picture TJ looking at his computer saying internet's unstable, and he's like, I'm unstable.
That's fair. That is fair.
Just ripping his microphone off the computer and just throwing it.
No, apparently I need to direct line plug into my router.
So here's my question for you. Nestor Cortez pitched today. He had a horrible start as far as I'm concerned. I don't care if he cleaned it up toward the end. And
5 innings.
That said, unstable like the Yankees pitching rotation. Absolutely, Matthew. Well said, sir.
I just said it like 2 minutes ago. I just did that 2 minutes ago.
So my question I have is Nestor Cortez the new Brett Gardner, where he's a fan favorite for whatever reason? He's a fan favorite, and he just performs poorly, but everybody likes him so much as a person that they're just like, no, but we need to keep him. We need to keep this man employed. He could provide something. And I don't feel that way.
I like Nestor. Obviously, he's,
oh my God, he's out of the fucking cave.
Yeah, he's back. He's back.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's a StreamYard.
Yeah, but now
it could be your computer.
Yeah, he just logged off and came back in. It works now.
Yeah, it's the StreamYard, but okay.
I don't know. I've literally streamed from a cave in fucking Pennsylvania, and I had a better stream than that on my cell phone.
But back to Nestor. So he's not like he's out there because like he's out there. They don't really have pitching, so they need. Somebody.
No, but my point of view on on Gardner was always that we missed out on better players because the excuse was, well, we have Brett Gardner. We don't need that guy, and that was always bullshit. That was always a fucking lie. Brett Gardner hadn't been relevant since like 2012, and we were in 2020, 2021, still sitting there going, well, where are we going to play him? We've got Gardner. Like, you realize Bryce Harper's not on this team because Brett Gardner was, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, because the argument was like, well, we don't need Harper. We already have 3 outfielders. Time the fuck. And it was like Brett Gardner, Clint Frazier, Aaron Judge, and Giancarlo Stanton. Those were your 4 outfielders. And that's why we didn't need Bryce Harper. And my mindset is just like, no, Brett Gardner sucks. Like, if you want to sit there and say Stanton's making too much money and that Judge is hitting home runs and he's doing his thing, fine. We don't know what we have in the minor leaguers that are on their way up. We had Aaron Hicks at the time. Yeah, he's a fucking stud too. And for me, the only difference between Brett Gardner and Aaron Hicks was that Aaron Hicks wasn't born a Yankee. Brett Gardner was. And everybody had this love and adoration for him because he had a great personality. And we cut bait with him way too fucking late. And I feel like we're doing the same thing with Nestor Cortez, where he had a great 18 months. He went on an insanity run from 21 to 22. And now, as of 23 and going now into 24, it looks like he's reverting to the pitcher that he was prior to coming to the Yankees. Like, he wasn't a brand new rookie when the Yankees got him.
No, he wasn't.
You know what I mean? That was like his 4th or 5th major league season by the time he got to the Yankees. And the Yankees got him for like a song because he was nobody.
He played for the Orioles for a little bit. He played for
He played for the Orioles for a little bit.
He played for Texas?
He played for Seattle. So he went from Baltimore to the Yankees, of all places.
And then they got rid of him.
Back to Seattle.
Yeah.
So he played 3 seasons of Major League Baseball. Granted, with the Orioles, he didn't play much. He only played 4 games. But his
the Yankees had him for a little bit, and they gave him back. They said
right.
Back out.
And then at age 26, he comes back to the Yankees, has a great season, 2.90 ERA, 27, 2.44. But mind you, in 2021, he only pitched 93 innings because he was like kind of like in between. You know what I mean? He was kind of in between. He wasn't a starter yet. He wasn't a part of the rotation yet. And then about halfway through the season, he got into the rotation. That's how he racked up 93 innings. So 2022, he puts up 158 innings. Good for him. Had a great season, 2.44 ERA. And then 23, he's up to nearly a 5 ERA with 63 innings pitched. So did they burn him out in 22? And now he's just going back to who he was before? Is that what's happening? Because he didn't look good today. He hasn't looked good all spring.
No, he hasn't. I mean, I think it could be I think it could just be his wearing off, his magic going away. You know what I mean?
And that's what I think it is. The insanity run is over.
Yeah.
The Yankees are being cheap and didn't go after Snell or Monty. Nestor didn't hold them back from signing anyone. And I'm not saying that that these players hold the Yankees back. I'm saying is the Yankees use it as an excuse to not sign it. It's like, well, we already got 5 guys because if Cole's pitching, they have 5 guys, right? If you count Clark Schmidt, right? So if they sign Snell or if they sign Monty, then you got to kick Schmidt, who has a promising future as a young man, out of the rotation, or conceivably you have to kick out Nestor, right? But they're going to use Nestor for the next few years as a reason for why they don't need a new pitcher.
For the New York Yankees, they call him the Hialeah Kid, Nestor Cortez. Where is Nestor?
I just hear Trump say, Hialeah. He's the Hialeah Kid. He wasn't even there.
That's the name of his neighborhood, dude.
No, I know, but the way Trump says it, it's just the way he says things. And Nestor wasn't even there, which is funny. He's like, "Where's Nestor?"
You think it's possible? I know this is gonna be ridiculous, but who's to say that if the time frames are ridiculous? Is it possible for somebody to just peak and then be at their peak for 18 months and that's it?
Yeah,
they just hit their stride. They hit that. Everything just happened to be working right for them. And that was the best that they were ever going to be, and everything is on the downtrend from there. We don't know when we're going to hit our peak. You know what I mean? You watch those sad-ass TikToks. Dude, you watch those sad-ass TikToks that are and I always get caught in these things at 12:30 when I'm supposed to be going to sleep because I got to wake up for work at 4 a.m. And I'm watching these TikToks. It's like, at some point, you went to your neighborhood park for the last time. And you went back. True. At some point, you had lunch and.
At some point, you lost your internet access.
At some point, you're gonna have to get some better internet. I hit my peak every morning. I don't know.
You gotta remove them.
But I'm gonna leave him there. It looks great. Come on, put it back. It looks great there.
Oh, put it back. I'll put it back.
Great. Now it's just a black screen. You ruined it.
I still see him in the bottom though. For us, we can see him.
I do too. I'm gonna look at that face forever. But I don't know, man. I think people got too wrapped around Nestor's ability to kind of be entertaining and not like even last season, he's not that effective and he's still fucking around with these funky fucking deliveries. And I'm like, dude, it's not cute when you can't get a fucking out.
No, it's not. It was funny when like he did it to Ohtani and struck Ohtani out. Like, oh, that's cool. But then it ended up being like, all right, it's over now because you get lit up every time you do it. So
speaking of Ohtani, his last team.
Like, you know what it's like? Nick, you know what it's like? It's like when in the Step Brothers when they go into tuxedos and Seth Rogen's like, oh, this is funny. You guys were in tuxedos. And he farts and he's like, you know what? Now the tuxedo's a little fucked up. Like, that's kind of like what it is. Like, yeah, it was cute.
Wow,
funny,
great analogy.
Like now it's like now you stink at throwing pitches with that little leg kick. And now it's like, yeah, you know, it kind of sucks to do that.
Yeah, it's not cute when we're not winning.
Yeah, it's definitely not. 82 and 80. So hopefully this year is a better season.
Hopefully he's better. He has a better starts than today. Soto played well today. By the way, we talked about, we have our private chat that we talk on throughout the day. And I think you and I hit the nail on the head today with who needed to play well as far as the Yankees offense, Rizzo and Volpe.
Yeah.
And today I thought they both had tremendous games.
Yeah, I think Rizzo was good too. And Volpe had that nice base hit at the middle. Volpe is a guy who needs to, I know he has the power, which is nice. He had 20 home runs last year for a shortstop, but he's a guy who's fast. You need him to get on base, whether it's by walks or by little stop base hits every now and then. Like we want a guy like Volpe to be batting number one in front of Soto and Judge. So he sets a table every time.
By the way, Glaber had a great spring, did absolutely awful today. I was very disappointed with Glaber.
Well, he was in the leadoff spot, which is weird because he usually doesn't lead off, and I hate when they put him there, to be honest.
If Volpe is going to walk like that all year, let him lead off. Let him lead off.
That's they're hoping.
If he's gonna walk like that all season long, let him lead off. If Rizzo's gonna walk like that all season, let him lead off. No, I'm just kidding. That's not a thing. I am not buying into that money ball bullshit where you get on base so you bat lead off. No. The fast guy bats lead off. Everybody fucking knows it. The guy that
what you want from Rizzo is he was hitting a ton of home runs before his injury last year, the concussion and stuff. You want him to do that again. Like with the left, I know people always say lefties or like the porch doesn't really help lefties, but it really does though. If he just makes contact, a pop up, it's gonna go. It's gonna be a home run. I think Rizzo knows how to do that. He like TJ said before, he's a ball player. He knows what to do. He chokes up on 2 strikes just to make contact. I think he knows if I get my pitch, I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna hit a home run. And I think that's what Rizzo's game is when it came to him coming to Yankee Stadium. And we saw when that first season when they got him and Gallo, how many foul balls did Rizzo have that could have been home runs, but he was just pulling them foul. Once he straightened that out, the next 2 seasons, he started hitting home runs at obviously a better clip than he was before. Prior to that. So I hope to see that again from Rizzo.
I'm watching the Rangers take on the Cubbies here. 1-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. I was shaking my head because I just saw a near outfield collision where the center fielder should have let the right fielder field the ball because the play was toward the plate and the center fielder's drifting toward the foul line, whereas the right fielder's coming toward home plate. And I'm just like, okay, they're going to crash into each other. Just bad baseball overall. But Anthony Volpe, very good baseball today. Good defense as usual. Gold Glove winner last season. Took his pitches, man. Mm-hmm. That's what we were missing last year. A guy that's going to walk and then steal a base. You know how valuable that is to a guy like Soto if you can walk and steal a base in front of him? You're scoring from base every single
base hit.
Soto played a great game. Got his first hit as a Yankee today. Made a huge play in the 9th inning to throw out the tying run at the plate. Because it didn't.
What do you think? Do you think he was out of safe?
I thought the catcher was blocking the lane, which would make him safe. I thought.
Yeah, I don't think. I honestly thought he
was out of the tag.
I would have been pissed.
Do you think? I don't know if he actually got him with the glove.
No, he did
because his shoulder kind of blocks it from that side view. That I don't know how much of because even what's his name? Who was it that they had on the broadcast today? Girardi. He was like, oh, maybe he got him with a lace.
Yeah, so, but
it was close.
They also didn't realize the whole time they're sitting there going there. The umpire said that Houston is challenging that the catcher was blocking the plate. And at no point did the Yankee broadcast acknowledge the fact that that's what they were reviewing.
Right.
I actually would have been annoyed if they called it because it wasn't like he was there, but he was like 5 feet in front of the plate.
I didn't think so. I thought he was blocking the plate pretty good because if you look at the angle,
he wasn't on the line. He was above the line.
If you look at the angle at that the runner touches the plate, it looks like he comes from the dugout as opposed to coming from the.
He was doing that. He did that on purpose. That's the lane he decided to run.
It looked weird. I didn't see
it close.
Beyond that, I'm just saying is the angle that he approached the plate looked very strange. So I was like, they're probably going to call him for blocking the plate without the ball.
Yeah, but we talked about this before about how we were talking about teachers talking about how Boone doesn't have anyone steal bases. And I'm like, in this new age of baseball with the bigger bases, the new obstruction rules, you have to be stealing. Like, I'm just annoyed that like it's almost baseball's almost becoming like football, where it's like, oh, the obstruction of a plate call is the umpire's call, like almost like a pass interference. Or
now that's obstructing every base.
I know. I'm saying now it's every base, so I'm not just home base. Now it's like now I have to worry about an umpire at every base, thinking whether or not is our defender blocking the base or obstructing the base. And it's just like you're giving the umpires more of a leeway to like make more mistakes, which is kind of like I know football is different because football is every single play that anything can be done. But offensive pass interference or defensive pass interference, it's a discretionary call basically right at that point. And I feel like you're giving way too many discretionary calls now to baseball where it wasn't there before. And it kind of ruins the product because if your team, like if you're the Yankees right now, and the Yankees got called out on obstruction because of a discretionary call, like we'd be pissed right now if the Yankees lost that game because of an obstruction call that was discretionary by the home plate umpire.
There's a lot of weird.
You putting the game too much into the umpire's hands.
So what happened? So we saw it the other day, right? Where throw down to second base on a steal, and the shortstop happened to be both feet were on the other side of the bag, so they called obstruction, blocking the base, essentially. And even though the runner was out and he was clearly out,
like it wasn't even close.
It wasn't even close,
right? He's safe because you had both feet on that side of the. So now my question is, what happens if I'm running to second base? I'm host. I'm out by 10 feet, and I do a shimmy shake as if like I make it look like I'm going to turn and run back to first, but I don't actually go back to first. I keep going to second base. So now you take a step across the bag. Now I'm safe. Obstruction.
If you have the ball, it's not obstruct. You can't block the base without the ball.
Right, but like on that play, dude, that was the thing that pissed me off. On that play, he moved as the ball came to that side of the bag. That's when he stepped across the bag to make the play and the tag. And they're like, "No, he's safe."
Yeah, listen. The long and short of it is they changed the rules to combat analytics because analytics convinced everybody that stealing bases was bad. Because again, people forgot what the whole point of the game is. The point of the game is to entertain. Stealing bases is entertaining. It is. Double plays are entertaining. Watching a guy break up a double play is even more entertaining. A collision at home plate is entertaining. I'll be honest with you.
That's gone.
I don't wish injury on anybody, but I couldn't give a fuck less if some millionaire gets hurt playing a game.
Yeah. Dude, I'll take a Buster Posey collision like twice a month if I had his money.
Listen, if I was a fucking multimillionaire, I would allow somebody to break my fucking leg every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Yeah, because then you get paid and you have to go to work.
At least I'm a fucking multimillionaire. I've gotten hurt less.
If we're gonna start making like different rules and this, that, the other thing, why can't we bring in the hook rule, bro? You saw Hook, right? Robin Williams.
Uh-huh.
The guy screams out he's stealing second and he fucking shoots him from behind home plate.
Guy's got a gun.
Exactly. Right through Shmee. Right through Shmee. He fires the bullet right through Shmee. Shmee's sitting there checking his chest. Guy's
got a gun. So they just changed those rules. It's talking about rules being changed. We didn't get a chance to talk about it in the NFL segment. NFL changed kickoff rules, and they also changed the hip drop tackle rule. I think they're both fucking bullshit. The kickoff. I wish we could get Coach Westhoff on the show again so we could talk that kickoff rule. But Mets don't play today.
Someone's hiring Coach Westhoff right now to figure out how to break that rule.
He's already hired, dude. Coach Westhoff got a job as the assistant head coach of the Broncos. He's over there with Sean Payton again, his former.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Let's go to Denver and visit him.
Last season, he was with them. Last season, 2 seasons ago, he went.
I didn't realize that. We should go get high with Coach Westhoff in Denver.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until one of us realizes we got that weird blood shit going on where we can't be above like 6,000 feet above sea level or else we die.
No, I already lived like a couple thousand feet above sea level. I'm good.
Actually,
You're right.
I have. You're right. That'd probably me.
What's wrong with Rook? I don't know. He's just being lazy. He's fucking
like-
dead.
I didn't want to say it was Rook, but I kind of was thinking it really hard. Like if it was going to be somebody, it would probably be Rook.
So about sickle
I didn't
cell,
want to say it though.
sickle cell anemia, right? What you talking about?
No, you get blood clots from different like blood diseases.
There's multiple things that can do it.
No.
Essentially, anything at elevation fucks with your body, and you know.
You can get an embolism or a
It's-
blood. Or
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on a plane, but it's pressurized, right? So it doesn't really count.
Planes are pressurized.
Yeah. Doesn't
So
count.
the Mets don't play today because of rain out, and that sucks. Isn't that the worst? Fucking rain out.
Yes, 100%.
Even for the Mets. I don't hate the Mets. I pity the fools. But yeah, that stinks for them. Fucking moving on.
Whiskey of the week.
Ooh, yeah. Pour them up. Pour them up. All right, boys. While I pour this one, going with something that I've had on here before, but bringing it back every once in a while. You got to tap into the collection and always be buying new bottles. So tapping back into Angel's Envy. This is the wine outlet private selection. So it's 110 proof. Angel's Envy is one of my go-to bourbons when I'm trying to turn somebody onto bourbon, right? Like if they're like, I'm not really into whiskey, I usually grab Angel's Envy because it's a finished whiskey, right? It's very sweet and it's very inviting. It's welcoming. You know, it's sweet enough to turn somebody that isn't really into straight hard alcohol, maybe like, oh, this ain't too bad, you know, and ease their way into it. You know, you want to start at first base. You don't go right for the home run. All right. That's how you get charges. So this just happens to be a pumped up version of Angel's Envy, a little higher proof, 110. It still gets the sweetness, but it brings that like fire up a little bit, brings the heat. And a lot more of the barrel, dude. You get a lot more of the wood finish on it. But then again, that's the sweetness, but that fire, dude, you could tell it's super duper proofy.
Did you just say super duper?
Super duper. You know what? I'm excited because I haven't had this in a while and I forgot how much I enjoy it. Like just off the nose.
Wait, which
amazing,
is that?
but
The
yeah.
original? Is that the Cash Strike one?
No. So cash strength is different. I think cash strength is like another maybe 15, 20 proof. But this is they generally do like store picks where they do this like private selection. So it's just a more proofy version of it. A little hotter. But it's so much better.
Angel's Envy is very good because they're made in wine cask, right?
Yeah. They finish it in, I want to say Cabernet casks, I think.
Yeah, it's like has like a sweet.
Oh, sorry,
finish.
port wine barrels.
Port wine. It has like a sweet finish to it.
Yeah.
Which makes it really good. I love Angel's Envy.
I love the
100%.
finish.
Very good.
We,
Well, I'll
we
move on
do
to
hope to
mine.
be attending there for July.
Well, we hope they have many different rules about their stupid. Well, I won't get into it. Penelope Toasted. Right?
Toasted.
It's a toasted series. It's considered heavy, 100 proof. I've been sipping on this all day. Not all day, just since we started the podcast.
Since he got in the car this morning, he's just sipping on it.
It's been a tough week, boys. It's a tough week. I'm off tomorrow. I'm glad it was a 4-day week.
What the fuck?
needed it.
Everybody's off tomorrow except me.
I needed
Sorry
it
for
one.
your loss.
I'm probably gonna get drunk tonight just because I have baseball's on. You have March
Rangers play at
Madness,
9?
Ranger games on at 9. It's on. It's over.
All that being said, let me go through mine because the Ranger game's on at 9 and we still got to talk Rangers. I'm drinking Meredith went to Ireland and brought me back a little sampler kit of a Kilbeggan traditional Irish whiskey. So she got me a little box. This distillery was founded in 1757.
Wow.
So it's got a couple of years on the good old US of A. And we're going to give it a little whirl right here. I throw a little ice cube in there because I don't like hot liquor.
Bitch.
Got him right as he sipped.
Fuck you. This has a really interesting flavor.
Penis.
Well, if it's Irish penis, it's short, so no big deal.
Short finish.
It's a
Yeah,
short.
sure.
It's a short. It's a short
It's smooth. It's very smooth. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. I would say peaty. It's peaty.
PD.
Not like
a
like
Little
what's
smoke to
called?
it.
No, not smoke. Like soil. Like it tastes like dirt.
No,
Mineral.
Mineral. Peat is smoke.
I think of Pete like Pete Moss, brother of Randy Moss, helps you grow grass. But yeah, this has an interesting finish to it. I've never had an Irish whiskey that tastes like this. The only Irish whiskeys I've ever drank are like Jameson, which is trash, Tullamore Dew, and fucking that Fighting 69th, which is not really Irish. It's an Irish style.
Yeah,
You've never had Powers? Powers is good and cheap.
This is good stuff though. Kilbeggan, good stuff. We drive on. Rangers clinch a playoff berth. We are currently number 1 in the Eastern. Let's take a look. Are we number 1 overall in the NHL?
I think so. We were. After we clinched, we had the 100 points, but I think
we are currently
we were the first to 100 points.
We are currently number 1 in the NHL. We're the only with 100 points.
Yeah. What is it? Vancouver has 99, right?
Yeah, they get past if they win.
Dallas has 99. Boston has 99. Vancouver has 98. So we are number 1 in the NHL right now, and let's hope it keeps going. I like what I'm seeing from the boys.
Do you want it to keep going? Do you want to win the Presidents?
You know what I don't want? I don't want to give up 5 fucking goals to the fucking
Flyers.
To the Flyers. That's what I don't want. That's what I want. I don't want to win in a shootout against the fucking Flyers.
That way it was fun though.
It was fun. You're right. It was fun. It was fucking annoying, eh?
It's intense. It's intense,
I just
saw Kevin Weeks decided to put out his current top 10 goaltender rankings, and Igor's all the way down at number 8.
I saw that. Kevin Weeks is fucking going blind. That's some interesting shit. That's
I thought the same thing. There was a couple people on that list that I'm like, yeah, dude, like 2 good fucking games doesn't mean dick, bro. Do it all year. When you see goals against, then it's that high, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, no, but I'm like, yeah, good for him. He had a good week. Nobody gives a shit.
Fucking A.
So I went to the Panthers Rangers game on Saturday, and that game was awesome to be at. Like the shootout at the end, like the atmosphere, like where we were sitting. So we were in the 400 section, where the Rangers were actually scoring on the goal
with all the drunks.
And then we moved up to the Chase Bridge where the bar stools are. And when you look down, like you guys had the Chase Bridge recently. So
Chase Bridge was awesome. I saw Kenny Albert there.
It's like an awesome view of like an aerial view, and we got the aerial view of the Forsberg by Mika.
Oh, nice!
I'm like, holy shit! I was going nuts. We had a great time. It was a good game.
Very nice. Very nice.
The wife was losing it. She was losing her mind over the Rangers. I loved it.
Very nice. Yeah, dude. So the Rangers are ripping it up. Obviously, we're playoff bound. We're the first team to be clinched in the playoff spot, playoff bound. Dude, it's no surprise that we're going to be here, except to Paul Bissonnette from the Spit and Chicklets podcast, where I think it's funny now he's trying to troll Rangers fans after saying that they wouldn't even make the playoffs. Hilarious that we're the first team to make the playoffs, and now he's rocking a Rangers jersey, like talking shit, like he's trying to be the ultimate, like I guess, jinx. It's like, dude, just keep your jinx with Toronto. Have fun, enjoy it, because everybody in Toronto wants to murder you. You know what I mean? But I bookmarked that tweet just so I can shit on him. Like that's my favorite thing to do is like if you're gonna come out with and a bunch of people called him out. They're like, yo, dude, not for nothing. Like when you guys first started this podcast, like you were big into the analytics and talking from a player perspective, like what teams are doing. And now you just say shit to try to troll fans and get clicks and get people to argue with you. So you get interactions on social media and it's played out. Like come up with something good, because you shouldn't be sitting there laughing at the fact that you fucking said the Rangers aren't making the playoffs and the first team in to clinch a spot. Like that's embarrassing, dude. You're not supposed to be laughing about it.
Yeah, and the thing is too about that Wednesday game. Sorry, off the top of the biz, but there was like so many milestones that were passed. It was 800 wins for Lavalette, right? 800 wins for him. 100 point season for Artemi Panarin.
Amazing.
And then what was it?
I said amazing.
Yeah, and then there was somehow. Now, obviously, the Rangers had the 100 points. First team 100 points, first team to playoffs. It was like they had the celebration like afterwards. It was like, who the hell you give the Broadway hat to? Like, who gets it? Is it coach? Is it going to be a Temi? Is it going to be the team? Like, who do you give it to? It's just so many things went on Wednesday night that was exciting. Just to celebrate that was awesome. And just the Rangers in the playoffs again is, I love watching the playoffs. Just going to hope we have a long run like it was back in, what was that, 2022? We had that long run? Yeah. So I'm hoping for that, man. But I want it deeper. I want 2014. I want 1994. That's what I fucking want from this Rangers season.
Dude, you and me both. I cut off body parts willingly to make that happen. I start with the toes.
I said someone asked me. Someone said if you could not watch one playoff game for the New York Rangers and they win the Stanley Cup, would you do it? I said 100%.
100%.
You fucking watched games all the time, mushing us.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't watch. No, first of all, don't fucking. First of all, I have never seen the Rangers lose in Madison Square Garden. I'm
not saying that. I'm saying me and TJ would be watching the game. You would get home from like watching your kids, whatever you're doing. We'd be like, yeah, the fucking Rangers lighting up. And you'd go, oh shit, the game's on? Turn it on. And they would immediately lose.
That's not true. That was last year, though. But this year's different.
Oh, man.
That's why we started the whole Rook's a fucking Devils. You must be a Devils fan if every time you turn the game on, they lose and you continue to do it. Because if it was me and every time I turned the game on and they lost, I would just stop watching for the good of the team.
But I've never seen them lose live.
I don't mean to be a dick and like, jump on the wagon of fucking with Rook, but Rook did call me the other night and he was like, yo, hey, look, I'm looking at this ship over here and oh, fuck, it just hit a bridge.
He's gone. You killed him. He's dead, Jim.
I'm sorry. That's so tasteless. I apologize because people did get hurt and killed.
That was fucking.
I honestly apologize for that one because as tasteless as it was, I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
Too soon.
Oh shit!
I just want to clarify something.
Rook is done.
I don't think he swallowed his drink yet. He's choked. He's gonna fucking choke to death. Congratulations!
I almost spit my whiskey all over my computer.
Death by Penelope. Holy shit!
You gotta understand. Some of us have been drinking since about 2:00. So
I actually haven't been
inappropriate.
I've not been drinking that long. But that was
who was talking about you? It's not all about you, counselor. I just want to clarify for anybody watching. I am not pulling a Zach Hampel wearing a fucking Major League Baseball hat. For those of you who don't know, this is a fucking Ken Griffey Jr. hat. All right. All that being said, we are running out of time.
Oh,
you want to run through this real fast?
The hat was backwards, Nick. That's why it's Ken Griffey Jr. hat.
His hat is backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Now I realized it. Oh yeah, look at that. You're not a Zach Campbell. I thought you were. Actually, I was waiting until
this was given out by MLB The Show 17.
When I was waiting for like the last minute that we were having, I was like, "You're a fucking Zach Campbell, you loser." Yeah, you mentioned it.
Not, definitely not. By the way,
that's the time we have. Don't let Rook look at your ships. Right.
But the last time he did it, it got caught in a canal. By the way, that Yankee fan that fucking tried to have Volpe sign a fucking tweet that was like him insulting Volpe. I love how all of Twitter is fucking destroying that guy for just.
Oh, it's fantastic. Everybody comes together and just shits on somebody. It's amazing.
Absolutely. That's all this week,
guys. Back next week.
What's up?
In all seriousness, back to the ship thing. There was one time I was on a ship, and I was like, "That iceberg has nothing on it."
Oh my god!
And we're out with that.